Hey everyone, I'm Ritesh Agde and today we are checking out Grain AI, a tool specifically meant for teachers, learners, and creators who want to create educational content. Now, there are tons of AI tools out there, but hardly a few which are meant for educational purposes. Grain AI specifically focuses on one thing: to help teachers, students, tutors, and creators turn any topic into clean, clear, visual learning content instantly. Before we jump into the demo, let's quickly check what Grain AI has to offer. They have something called micro lessons, and this is where the tool stands out. Once you enter your topic, Grain AI instantly converts that into lessons in 9 different formats. Now, these are the same content but structured in different manner, so you can choose which one works the best for your learners, for your content, or for yourself to learn a particular topic. Let's quickly check what are those 9 formats and where do we use them. So, to begin, let's head over to grain99.cc and let's create our account. Clicking on this, we already have an account, so I'm going to have an account, sign in with Google. So this is the account I'm going to use. So once you register, go to start for free. Okay, now you can see it navigates to app.grain99.cc. Welcome. These are all the topics that we have tested ourselves. Before we get into the demo, I want to show what are the 9 formats it creates content on. Okay, so let's quickly watch them. So the first one is comic explainer. The second one is audio explainer. The third one is interactive demos. Then we have diagrams. Then we have quick quiz, where you can just attempt some quiz, right? And then knowledge network. Then we have knowledge graph. Then we have concept breakdown. And finally, we have outline. Now, basis the topic that we give and the content it has been trained on, it will decide what all can be created, right? So expect that some of it might not be created while you do it, okay? But most of it will be created. So let's see a simple demo now. So I'll create a new chat from here and let's start with a simple example. Okay, so I'm going to give a very simple prompt as to what is the water cycle, right? Ignore grammatical errors if there are. AI can understand what we are talking about, okay? So let's hit enter. And what it does is it opens a new chat and it asks us for some more detail. Like topic is water cycle, subject is elementary school or middle school science, right? And then grade is like 4th, 5th or 6th. Because we have selected elementary school, it is giving us 4th, 5th and 6th. Goal is to mastery of subject knowledge, okay? Or basic skills training or higher order thinking development, right? Let's go with basic skills training for now, okay? And click on confirm. So it starts generating the content in 9 different formats and we can see that right now. Once you choose that, it'll ask you what are the teaching material types you want to generate, right? Whether it is comic, audio, interactive demos, diagram, quiz, concept, graph, network, or outline, or multiples of this, right? I'll go with all of them. I'm not going to change anything as we are just testing this out, right? Click on generate. So I'll click on maybe later. I don't want to get into that when I'm showing the demo. Okay, and we can quickly check what are the things that we have got. And you can scroll through from this particular option on the right bottom. Okay, so you'll have to understand what is this from the diagram that we have here. So the first one is concept breakdown. Okay, so you can click on it and you can also do quick edit, which we will come to a bit later. Let's check all the content that is created. Now this is audio. So I click on play.
Welcome, science explorers. Today, we have a very special guest, the amazing water molecule itself. Tell us, what's it like to travel around our planet?
Hello everyone, I'm H. Cho and my journey is incredible. I start as liquid in oceans, then the sun heats me up and I evaporate into water vapor.
And there you go. So this is the audio for us, right? Let's move on. And this, as we can see, is a diagram. Okay, so if you double click on it, it will open in a full screen. Okay, you can see water cycle happens here and key points like water changes, sun provides, essential for life. Okay, so key points are these things. Okay, and then challenges are these. Then related topics are these. Okay, and then you can see core concepts, key processes, and application. Right, you can also download this, zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so let's click on escape. You will come back to the screen. Okay, now this is a comic explainer. Okay, as you can see it here. Now in the comic explainer, we also have option of animate. Okay, so it's animating the comic. Let's come back to it a bit later. Okay, here you can see this is a diagram. Okay, knowledge graph they call it as. Okay, so you can see what happens, what is water cycle, right? It's shown in a cyclic diagram. And then we have this particular one, which is called knowledge network, right? Again, you can double click on it, which opens in a big screen. Okay, you can zoom in, zoom out, click on any particular thing and select whatever you want to do with this particular point alone. Okay, so I'm coming out, and then water cycle quiz, right? So you can double click, it opens in a new screen, and you can click on start assessment. Okay, and this is meant for creators. Okay, we'll come to how the learners will use this. Okay, so the creators can actually see, okay, answer is B, for this answer is B, for this answer is B, okay, for this answer is C, and so on and so forth, right? And we can close this, come back to the main screen. Now we'll go to interactive demo. Okay, and let's double click, it opens in a new screen, and you can actually click on play animation. Okay, you can see here the water is actually going like evaporation, right? You can see your current phase is evaporation. Okay, it's actually showing you how this all happens, right? Yeah, you can also increase the speed if you want to see it at a faster pace. Okay, you can see that it's actually now running a bit fast. So you can also see this like heat energy, sun provides energy for evaporation, state changes, water transforms between states, right? Ecosystem, essential for all life forms. And then conservation, water is never created or destroyed, right? We can go to condensation to understand how condensation happens. Okay, likewise you can go to precipitation. Okay, and you can see here, and finally collection, right? So you can see all the stages of this in a graphical manner. Okay, click on close and you will be taken back to the original screen. So finally we have outline, and you can zoom in to read what we have over here, and you can also copy this, right? So that's how each of this will be created. Okay, now let's move on to the animation section to see what we've got. Okay, you can see here, this is animated now, right? It looks cool, isn't it? Okay, so that's how you can make teaching a fun activity for your students. Now let's go on to slightly complex topic, right? You would also mention this like for 8th grader, right? So it will automatically understand who is the target audience we are selecting for this particular example, right? Let's see that. So Newton's first law, middle school physics, 8th grader, right? Fall semester and term it says. And then we have mastery of subject knowledge. Okay, so let's click on confirm, and it will open up the 9 formats as we saw in the previous case. And guys, please stick around until the end, because we have a massive bonus for you from this platform, which will be shared at the end of the video. Okay, you can see all the 9 formats, and we'll go with all. Click on generate. It will take some time to generate all of this, so let's wait. You can see that the quick quiz is generated, and okay, this is also generated now. Okay, so let's have a quick view. Okay, let's hear the audio because that's very interesting.
Welcome everyone to our Science Spotlight. Today, we're honored to have the legendary Sir Isaac Newton joining us to discuss his groundbreaking first law of motion.
Okay, now if you feel that you want a different version, you can just click on whatever type you want. Okay, and there will be a different screen opening up. So let's give a prompt something like, could you please make the explainer even more simpler? Okay. And you can choose like whether it should be a flat narration or storytelling, scientist interview, podcast. Okay. One, like 2 voices, 3 voices, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, or 120 seconds. So let's go with storytelling, right? And 90 seconds. Click on generate. Okay, so now it will generate a new audio for you. Not just that, while it is generating, let's move to the comic thing here. And we can mention, like we can actually select a particular object in this particular image. Okay, so I'm going to give a prompt something like change his dress, okay, to a football team's jersey, right? So let's quickly check what happens. So it's generating a new one. Okay, so generating the final version, it says. Let's come back here to see if the audio is ready, and audio is ready. I'm going to play this.
Hey everyone. Today we're exploring Newton's first law with a fun question. Why do we lurch forward when the bus stops suddenly? Let me introduce my partner, Mr. Motion.
Hello, I'm Mr. Motion, ready to explain physics in simple terms. So, what's this law about?
You can see how it adapts based on the prompt that we have given, right? We asked it to make it as a storytelling, and for 90 seconds, it actually generated for 1 minute, 11 seconds, right? And it's actually making it like a story where students or beginners could actually listen while they're doing something else or just lying, right? And understand the concepts. This is wonderful. I wish we had something like this when we were in school or college. So let's go here, and you can see here now this boy is wearing a jersey, right, of a particular team. Isn't this great? Right? So you can select a particular item in your image and ask to make changes over there. It exactly does that. And this is not meant only for simple or intermediate level. We can also prompt something like how artificial neural networks work. Okay, so let's put this, and it'll ask us like who is the audience and all of that. Okay, so you can see here the subject is university, computer science, or adult continuing education. Okay, let's go with university, and grade is university, right? And goal is mastery of subject knowledge. Let's click on confirm, and then it'll ask us for all the 9 formats. We'll go with all of them because each learner could have different preference, and you as a teacher or educator, you don't want to not give them an option that they are comfortable with. And when the platform does it for you, why not? Now, most of you might be thinking, but what about the cost? Stay until the end because we have some bonus meant only for you. Okay, so click on generate. Okay, so as we saw in the previous case, this will also generate all the 9 formats. I just want to quickly show you that we can also give a prompt something like this. I'm a middle school teacher. Explain what a black hole is to a 5th grade student. Make it simple, visual, and not too scientific, right? So yeah, we can just hit enter and it will generate the content based on what we asked for. So one last thing before we move on. So let me go to what is water cycle. Now we have already seen what are the 9 formats, but we also have additional option of adding a comment, and we can also add a text. So I'm going to zoom in a bit because we'll not be able to see it otherwise. This is a text that I can add, right? And you also have an option of sticky notes, right? You can choose the color and use that. Add sticky notes. Now, this was the prep mode where the tutors or educator can actually prepare the content. Now let's go to teach mode, right? And you can see here all the details, right? So this is the first thing. Okay, you can go through this. You have the audio, right? You have water cycle basics, okay, the diagram, and you have the comic, you have the diagram, you have the networks, okay, and you have the quiz, and we also have an interactive demo and everything else that we saw over there. Who is Grain AI actually meant for? Honestly, anyone who wants to explain anything can use Grain AI. If you are a teacher, this tool saves hours of work. No need to manually create diagrams or worksheets. If you are a tutor or coach, it helps you create notes and quizzes your students will actually understand. If you are a student, it becomes a personal explainer. turning tough topics into simple visuals, audio, comics, and everything else. Parents can use it to teach kids at home without struggling through textbooks. And if you are a content creator, the comic, diagrams, and outline formats are perfect for educational videos. Even working professionals in tech or business can use Grain AI to simplify complex topics and share them with their teams. Simply put, Grain AI is for everyone who wants to learn, teach, or make complex things simple. It removes the friction. So yeah, Grain AI makes learning or teaching much more lighter and fun. And if you want to try it out, here's the best part. Grain AI currently has an early user offer where you can sign up for free and get 90% off on all plans, which means the Pro plan starts at literally $0.10, which is just 10 cents for the first 15 days. And if you share your feedback with the team, they're going to give your account Pro access completely free for 6 months. I'm not joking, this is true. So, this is probably the best time to experiment with this tool. And I promise you will not leave this tool if you get used to it. If you found this walkthrough helpful, please like the video and share it with your fellow colleagues or friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more such tool breakdown. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.